Thank you. So, I worked for about 25 years in a bookstore, actually a second-hand bookstore, and I'll tell you, thousands of books have gone through these hands. And at some point, I thought, hey, I'm going to write a poem about books. Well, here it is. It's really a kind of a poem about history. Books. Sometimes, when I think of the vast wisdom ever contained in books, countless scriptures of all creeds, scrolls in indecipherable languages, tomes of science, the great library of Alexandria destroyed by fire centuries ago, priceless knowledge gone, thousands of books burned by the Third Reich, books still held secret at the Vatican, hieroglyphs in Egypt, and whatever Atlantis may have contributed to the written word. Books simply lost and never found, others molded, fallen apart, discarded, and all the many books I'll never be able to read in a lifetime, even if I lived 1,000 years. And when I think of all these while browsing at garage sales, used bookstores, oh, the good feel of an old book and the sense of care for books you surmise some previous owner had. To see his or her name written on the title page, sometimes with a date of purchase or gift. Yes, then I tend to hold the book in my hand a little long sometimes, deliberating whether I will buy. And I read again what's on the flap, scan a few more pages, look for a keen phrase here and there, ponder on the title, the design, the author's name, weighing it all in my hand. And page after page of long forgotten lore, adventure, and myth slowly take shape, mingling with my own memory of myth in the back of my mind, passing through my skin, stealing into my bones, my heart, holding me spellbound for a lifetime, it seems. And somehow beneath my feet, the deeper caves and mysteries of the earth open wide, where I can glimpse that which I cannot name, but know that it exists. And I'm feeling strangely rooted and connected to all cultures, beliefs, poetry, wars, romance, history, peace. And then I may take the book home. But as I'm standing here, lost in time for a while, some power is reclaiming everything I thought was lost to man one time. And I see the great communicator of it all in all these many chapters, paragraphs, sentences, words, working their way with a purpose, meaning, and conviction across so many ages. And suddenly it seems that everything is here now and really never went away at all, as long as books have ever existed and readers found them. And as I close the book, walking out to get some fresh air, there's all the magic in the air as of old still. And I can live with that and be an open book to all. Oh, those are my experiences in the bookstore. So the next poem is, it really happened. This is really uh, during a very dark time in my life. That I made it back, so I can tell you about it. It was a very dark night in Berlin, Germany. Actually, it was Hamburg, sorry. um, Dark pond, a night piece. It was a night of unheard of quiet in some remote park, where shadows of dark leafy trees rested on a calm pond. The faint fragrance of the end of summer pervaded the air. No branch ever stirred, and nowhere a ripple or wave would form. The world of sounds and signs of life had ceased to exist. What somber question hovered there beneath the sable weight of night, clouding my face, my being, me? In that vast silence, it felt so right to die at last, all alone. Had there been one tone of any bird to lure me away, then I would not have lain down there on the oh so soft grass, when suddenly, straight from nothingness, that giant omen flitted past. Would I have lingered by the water to somehow brave the slow, dark calm of fading dreams? I turned away from the brink of the pond. The spell was gone, as was my hope to see a better dawn unfolding in my darker life. And ever since I left that park, a mute, unspeakable something has remained untold. So let's now go to California, San Francisco. I've lived in Europe and South America and in North America, of course. And many of my poems are have some place or a country or a region in their the title or in the subject, in the content. And this is one. Okay, where is it? There's this marvelous view from Twin Peaks on the city and the bay, and that when I went there the first time at night, it was unbelievable. Arriving at Twin Peaks for an exceptionally bright night view on San Francisco. What a sea of lights all across town tonight, overwhelming me with more than awe. What a sea of stars all over that dark yet uncannily bright night sky, more than I ever saw. It seems the city unwittingly mirrors the night as much with lights below as above. The stars just take your breath away, but so does all of this blazing vista of San Francisco. There, the sea, so scintillating in the bay, the city, intensely glistening far and wide. This brisk breeze blowing through my body, this twin presence of celestial and terrestrial light. It's all overpowering, almost too much. These days, the more I get to think of how many ambiguities still are lurking inside me that I don't yet dare to face, the more something seems to want me at some far-off plateau of total light. I'm yet to see some unknown time. Not that I need to give up the rapture of these glorious moments on arriving at the peak of this breathless experience. I am being pulled into it head to toe and almost wanting the world to forever stop at this dazzling view, fantastically vibrating through the night. It pulsates with myriad glimmerings of so much life, pouring out of that double blaze of nocturnal light, unifying all. And all night long, an immense something brightly engulfs the bay, the city, the peaks, unutterably grand and darkly haunting. Strange. This vast oceanic wind washing headlong over me, I could step into it now. So then I will conclude, unless Leo wants to give me later on one encore. One of the dances in South America. Yeah, it's a very short one. Tango in Buenos Aires. A touch of Argentina. Ah, sweeping dresses, blinking eyes, supple rhythmical steps, and quite unexpected turns. A lot of space. And there's the tango on a hot tropical night in a sultry ballroom in steamy Buenos Aires. The blood is even hotter. Oh, deftly the dancers glide on a saucy rhythmical tune, glancing at one another again and again while humming tangos on hot tropical nights where the moon sees everything in steamy Buenos Aires. Some of the lovers even sneak into the gardens before the tango is over. The rhythm goes on, yet the moon will keep silent. Aha! But that's how tangos are danced on hot tropical nights in the shadowy gardens of steamy, saucy, sultry Buenos Aires. Thank you for listening. I will leave some information about the book in the chat for you, and if you are interested, then I would be delighted. Thank you.